Are you ready for football? Welcome to the NFL Pregame Report.
Hola, good people. We are in the building. Another episode NFL Pregame Report brought to you by the Sports Wave Network and Shady Sports Network. It's your man, Cool McCain, in the building. Beside me, I've got, for the first time ever, the main man at the Sports Wave Network, Jake Silver. Jake, what's going on, man?
Doing fantastic. Another morning in paradise up in the Mountain Hills. Man, what games we got, but can't wait to break them down here this morning.
Below him, we've got that lady, the most of the time or part of the time host, Miss Keith. What's going on?
Nothing, man. I'm rocking the Kelly Green today because it's Kelly Green Day here. Lincoln Financial Field as them cow patties come through. Hopefully we can secure the East today, but we here.
I'd be hating a little bit on Eagles fans that live in Philly. It's like a tad bit of hate just because they can like be right there, but it's not a lot, but it is a little tiny bit. You know what I'm saying? I live in North Carolina. So
I only live about 10 minutes from Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, see, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all right because he got the air mattress. So I know when I come to watch games and stuff, I know where I'm staying. You know what I'm saying? And also we got in the building my man TJ. TJ, what it is, man?
That's just another great Sunday for football, baby.
I hear it. And then we got our man, the Chicken Nugget King, in the building. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys?
Can't call it, man. Y'all know what we here for. Pregame in NFL. It's been a busy, crazy week because we got games like every day almost this week. And speaking of that, a great starting spot. If y'all recall, a year or two ago, LeBron James loved the NFL, blah blah blah. But Christmas is the NBA. Well, sir, you may not have wanted to say that because all I'm gonna say is trying to challenge the NFL is a fool's endeavor. And I think we can all agree Wednesday proved to us that that's not even realistic. Jake, any thoughts on NBA versus NFL? We know who won. The NFL always wins. The NFL is king of sports, period.
Yeah, by a long shot. Look, you've seen it on my show, and I put the NBA on blast. I'm disappointed. I think at the end of it is because, what the NFL is so king for is that we have such good marquee matchups, and I think for the first time having it inaugurated on Netflix, I know how people feel about the streaming site. Give it a bit of time to let it clean itself up. It'll be fine. But both games at least averaging 24 million views in both of those Christmas games was incredible. But that tells you a lot about the product. The NBA just has to step up their game. I mean, they want it. If you want to pound your chest of 5 million views, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. But at the same time, nobody wants to watch Wemby or Giannis or any of the big centers out there shooting 44% from the three. Nobody wants to watch that anymore. It's become so much of a shooter's league that whatever happened to the perimeter attackers or the perimeter defenders, I would rather be watching more physicality in basketball than right now. And the funny thing is that they're the same ones that nag on the NFL being soft because of some of its rule changes. Well, the NBA's gotten softer than the NFL. I don't understand that. And so I just think they need to fix the product up. But I think the other thing where it's got to start up at, you got to build this relationship with college basketball. It used to be very strong in their relationship, but because they don't respect the product and they don't produce out, because what happens when LeBron James retires? Who are we really going to lean on most of the time? Anthony Edwards? That's it? I don't have too many domestic stars that are built up for the moment right now compared to what the NFL is. I get products. That's why it's king, because I get college football products that come into the NFL and they're ready to start by day one. So it's like they need to step their game up. The NFL clearly blew them away with over 50 million in views on Christmas. So I just think the NBA is just dying right now. And surprisingly, that the fact that Major League Baseball, we put them on blast, they made changes, and now everybody watched the World Series. They watched the postseason. So they got to step their game up, because if they don't, you're going to watch NHL and you're going to watch Major League Baseball trump them over in viewership.
Any thoughts on NBA versus NFL?
Clearly, because this proves this, like, the NBA, the product is, not what it used to be, because I haven't really watched a lick of basketball this year. And I gotta tell you something. I've seen bits and pieces of games, but not actually sat and watched a whole game.
Right.
Regardless of how the games were on Sunday, regardless how the games were on Christmas, I know it was probably one-sided, especially with that the Texans game or whatever. But I still watched it. I mean, everybody watched Beyonce and then that was it. But I feel like it was the NBA games were on, and yes, the Lakers and Warriors did have a heck of a game, with Austin Reeves shooting that game winner. But it's just so basketball is just not like, Jake said, piggyback off of Jake said. Everybody want to get a fast break and stop at the top of the key. Man, why? I just don't know. The amount of threes that just get put up in the game is horrible. I seen one stat, the Bulls and somebody missed a combined 75 threes. Why? That's a horrible stat to have between the team. So LeBron put his foot in his mouth, and it came back to bite him in the butt, because it's NFL first, and then it's always been NBA for me. I'm always football. When Super Bowl's over, then I'm like, okay, now I gotta watch the NBA playoffs now. So that's just how I see it. But NBA will always be the little brother to the NFL. So the NFL is always going to rule. So yeah.
It would help if I wasn't on mute. Of course, my man TJ, what are your thoughts, sir, if you have any?
Just to kind of piggyback off of what's already been said, I mean, viewership over quadrupled. The NFL watch, their viewers, whatever, and it was 2 total blowout games, not especially the Texans-Ravens game. I mean, obviously Ravens are by far the class compared to the Texans. But you had a couple games in the NBA that were super close, that were really competitive, but viewership still all went to the NFL boring 30-point lopsided game. Me personally, I didn't even think about switching the game. I was just watching it thinking, man, come on, Texans, do something, make this game interesting. But never in my mind did I even think, let's switch it to the basketball game. That's just where it is. The NFL is definitely still the king, and LeBron James kind of put his foot in his mouth.
Absolutely. So we're going to welcome in our very own masshole himself, Sir Barbarito from Beantown Breakdown fame.
What's up, guys?
Good
morning. What's good?
We almost Brady bunching in here today.
Now this is the
Broncos guy.
Wow. What's up?
What's going on? Chicken Nugget. Any thoughts on NFL versus NBA?
Well, the NBA, like Jake said, is all about perimeter shooting nowadays. It's not about the fundamentals of working the paint or, getting back to the X's and O's and understanding what players fit at their best neutral, position. When you got the NBA out there, you got guys who are playing as a stretch 5. who are true centers working the paint and relying on being stoppers that could, work interior and get, rebounds and everything and more, because it's that how the game to guys stretching the floor and not working the paint as stretch fives. You got to leave that to the wings and the guards. Wings and guards can work perimeters. Centers and power forwards can work in the paint and stuff like that and whatnot. And they're not doing what the fundamentals used to be. Like Jake said, it's just not the fundamentals no more. It's not fun. So again, the NFL is making things look great when they get guys working within the college football system, looking at good talent and talent that's proper enough for viewers to watch. Viewers are looking away from the NBA because they're done with it. You know what I'm saying? Completely, they just don't care for it. You want to know who changed the game? Stephen Curry, guy that just literally pulled threes from like 50 feet. It's just ridiculous how that happens all the time. So football over basketball until they get their thing right.
All right, Masshole King Bobby, any thoughts? NFL versus NBA.
I mean, obviously the NFL over NBA, but the NBA's got to get it together. Just to kind of piggyback off of what the Nugget King was saying there, they're all friends now. Like the NBA was better when there was true rivalries, like Malice at the Palace. Man, come on, man! Like when there was real rivalries and bad blood, when the guys actually hated each other, it was more entertaining. Now that they're all friends, it's boring. It's boring, and there's like the aggression and the aggressive play in basketball is what's fun. To see a dude get posterized, you don't see the guys take advantage of open lanes anymore. They'd rather just shoot from behind the perimeter, and that's boring. That's boring. Like the dunks at the early the 90s and the early 2000s, the dunks from like Vince Carter and all, some of these like specialists were what we watched for.
Yeah.
And you just don't get that now.
You don't even get the amount of physicality, just like, the Detroit Bad Boys when it came to MJ and how many times, like you go and ask about the kind of game like that.
Like a tech, you get kicked out of the game.
There's no more aggression there's no more aggression in this sport. They're all friends now. It sucks. It's boring. When they actually hated each other, it was more entertaining.
It's literally you could get a technical for nothing. You could just sit down and get teched. Easy.
NFL's it's questionable now. Said, hop in here, man. Any thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, NFL proved that they dominate, right? They just came on a new platform live, and I'm pretty sure they tripled the views the NBA got. Yeah. But NFL is just coming in and snatching away everybody's day, man. They had Friday night lights, Saturday night lights, Christmas, New Year. They're taking all the holidays. They're gonna come back and take Valentine's Day as well too. I mean, the NBA is cool, but I guess the NBA is more
game in February now.
Yeah, right. They're gonna put the Hall of Fame game in February just to take that day with a game that doesn't matter. As they prove that they can. Whereas the NBA, I mean, maybe it's a lost product here because they've been focusing more on international. I don't think it's different because they're friends though. Like I think we're just in a day and age where people can take their ego and their emotions out of their job and do what they're supposed to do and still compete without having to hate someone, right? And I get it from a fan's point of view. We want these rivalries, but I think that NFL definitely proved that if they want a day, they can take a day.
Fair enough. All right, so we got
it's so popular here. Now. It's the most watched sport on the globe. It's as popular as soccer over in Europe. It's gotten to that level.
Yep. All right, so a couple comments here. Jacob says, "Hey Eagles, what's up, Jacob? I already know what's coming next. Are you scared to watch the Cowboys versus Eagles?" And Jalen is out. Jacob, you hang around. We'll get to that. Guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
The
What?
Eagles don't. The Cowboys suck so bad they don't
We're
need
not
it.
even going to touch that now, Bobby. We're going to move on.
All right, we'll wait.
We'll get there. Yes, sir.
We got plenty of time.
Absolutely. NFL playoff updates. So we're going to go over some quick updates here. And then a couple of things we're going to talk about. So just to give you guys the updates as far as who's in and who's out. All right. So teams that have clinched, we got on the AFC side, we got the Chiefs at 15-1. And while we're on the Chiefs right there, we were asked a question that we're going to ask. So we'll just go over that now. Are the Chiefs the worst 15-1 team in NFL history?
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
I didn't ask this question.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with this question. My answer is going to be yes, because no other 15-1 team had the refs helping them win games. Piss on you, Chiefs.
Well, the Patriots, I mean, had a lot of help.
That's my thing, man. It's just you're seeing that mirroring image between what New England's dynasty looked like and Kansas City is literally replicating the same thing. It's hard for me to really say that it's the worst 15-1 team, only because I get it. They've been in close matchups in games they should have lost, but I don't. I mean, they're getting everybody back offensively. That's the one big problem. Defensively is a question mark, but I don't know. I'm more in the point of until somebody beats this team, what can you really say?
Right.
That's
What about you, Key?
I mean, in the beginning, they did started to look like the Eagles of last year. But then things are rolling for them at the hot time. They got Hollywood Brown back. They're getting people that was hurt back. On the defensive side, I mean, you have your formula how you can beat a Patrick Mahomes, but it's so hard to do when you think he's down and he can scramble for 30 yards. Hurt ankle where? You got that infamous Patty shot. Come on, Eagles fans. We all know about that shot.
Exactly.
Because
Nobody
we
else
went
can get it, but he can.
we went from 70 sacks to not sacking this man at all in the Super Bowl. So you can't tell me Patrick Mahomes is not yet not human. But it's a formula of beating the Chiefs, and you just got to know how to do it. And that one loss, Buffalo figured it out. So if they go back and watch that film, you can beat the Chiefs. You just when the offense is out there, you have to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. So when you got your possessions, you better go down and score 7, and 3s is not going to beat Patrick Mahomes. So it's a formula of beating Patrick Mahomes. Do I see them possibly getting to the Super Bowl? It's possible. AFC Championship game, maybe. But if you can catch the Chiefs on a good day, they might be one and done. Are they going to be one and done? No, I think they make it pretty far, but they're not. I'm 50-50, but now as the season's coming on, they turn things around after, looking so subpar. But, they still got the rest in their back pocket.
TJ, what are your thoughts? Are the Chiefs the worst 15-win team ever?
I don't know if I can say the worst 15-1 team ever, but definitely the luckiest 15-1 team ever. Because they could easily only be an 11 or 12-win team right now. They had that block field goal against the Broncos. That should have been a loss. They had that questionable PI call that set them up in perfect range for a game-winning field goal against the Bengals earlier in the year. I'm not going to say that they get all the calls and everything else, even though they can. But, at the end of the day, I think it's really offensively, can they hold and put up the points against playoff caliber teams? Okay, it's not that impressive that you put up 29 points against the Steelers. We suck right now. Okay, when you're winning 17-15 and 20-19 against teams, like the Raiders and stuff like that, it's not that impressive, and it's going to come back to catch up and bite you in the playoffs. So I wouldn't say necessarily the worst 15-1 team, but if they keep playing the way they are right now, I know they've turned things around a little bit, but I don't see them making a run. I see them honestly getting smacked by a team like Buffalo who can drop 40 points like nothing.
Chicken Nugget, what's your thoughts?
Well, They are. In my opinion, they are. They get lucky every single time. And I'm not. It's really getting under my skin as a Lions fan. And someone has to step up and beat these guys. Yes, you got Patrick Mahomes. Yes, you got Travis Kelce. You got a good offensive line. You got a good defense with Chris Jones and everything everything else. But any other team in the AFC can actually match up with this team, regardless if it's the Ravens, Bills, whoever. Somebody has to step up and beat this team and beat them at their own game right away before this falls over to a 4-peat or a 3-peat. For the matter, which is a 3-peat, could be this season. But then you got to see this. You got to see where other teams can go and where they can get and see what they can get out of this and beat them right away. Me personally, what I would love to see the Super Bowl where we beat them in the Super Bowl. Yes. But somebody in the AFC has to step up right about now and beat this team and put them out.
All right, Bobby.
Hold on a second. Get over there. Diesel's being an asshole again.
I wonder where he gets that from.
So
I was about to say he got the perfect owner.
Yeah, he did.
to piggyback off of what TJ said, they're the weakest 15-1 team I've ever seen. The weakest, most vulnerable 15-1 team. They shouldn't be 15-1. The Broncos should have beat them 100%. That is a 1 in 10,000 thing where they blocked that field goal. Like TJ said, they should be 11 or 12 wins. They should have 11 or 12 wins. They've gotten a lot of help from the dark magic that they conjured up or whatever to get some of these wins. But they're one of the weaker teams. They're one of the more vulnerable teams going into the playoffs. I think if there was any team at risk of being knocked out, being surprised early and knocked out early, it's them. It's the Chiefs. If somebody said if they played their first playoff game after their bye, and we all came on here and said, "Oh man, the Chiefs got knocked out," I wouldn't in any way be surprised because that team has. If you keep Pat Mahomes in the pocket and you don't let him scramble and you take Worthy out of the picture, what's that leave? That leaves Travis Kelce, and you're gonna tell me that a tight end's gonna beat you the whole game? No.
They still got Hollywood Brown and D-Hop.
Right.
Yeah, but still, Worthy's the one that Worthy's the game breaker for them.
Worthy's the deep guy, yeah, for sure.
All right, well, go ahead.
You take that deep threat. Yeah. Here's how you beat the Chiefs, or you at least here's how you give yourself a chance with this team, right?
The pass can't beat the Chiefs right now.
The Chiefs we'll make it real quick. The Chiefs like to go down the field in chunks. When it's available, when that chunk play is there, they'll take it. They'll go for it. But if you take that away from them and make them grind their way down the field, you're going to give yourself a shot. The Chiefs can score in 4 seconds, but if you make them go 8, if you make them go 6 or 7 minutes with a drive down the field, you're going to give yourself a chance. The way you beat them is you make them you turn it into a grind. You have to.
You know what's funny though? I feel like the same conversation was had in 2020 about the same team. You take out Tyreek Hill and you replace him with Hollywood Brown, or replace him with Worthy. You know what I mean? And then you got the difference is they do have D-Hop, they do have Hollywood Brown, they do have elite talent coming back, locking in, clicking together. They still have Kelce, they still have Pat Mahomes. As long as they have Pat Mahomes, he's shown they have a chance. He's Tom Brady 4.0. 9.2, whatever you want to call it. But it was the same thing, man. They had close wins. Everybody complained that they, struggled against the top teams, and they played close with the lesser teams, man. They went through the playoffs. Yeah, they lost to Tampa Bay, but they made it to the Super Bowl still. I don't know. This Chiefs team is just, I think that's just it. I think just everybody's just worried about trying to beat them, and they're just playing their game, man. They're just out there doing what they do. playing football. And if everybody else would, they probably would beat them instead of trying to go head to head or toe to toe with them. You know what I mean? Like, the Chiefs defense is okay. They're not great. And everybody acts like they're amazing. You know, all these teams are getting stopped by them, blocked field goals, you know, turnovers, pick sixes, whatever it may be. And, you know, and then everybody's worried about I think you just got to go play the Chiefs, man. Like, they're a team like every other team, but they just lock in a little bit better because so many people are so focused on trying to, like, score toe-to-toe 7 points against them instead of just playing. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Take any points you can get against them.
I'll say this.
Any points you can get against them.
It's not what they do on the field. It's the fact that you know there's going to be 3 or 4 very important plays that are going to go against you, whether they should or not. That's why I feel like the weakest.
Agreed.
They could go out there and do it themselves without every game 3 or 4 calls. We're like, how in the world is that a call? That's one thing. But when you constantly have that help and that's how you're winning.
But that's like what like the Nugget King was saying. Like in order to beat it, like whoever plays this team in the Super Bowl is going to have to beat them so badly that the refs help wouldn't affect the game.
Yeah,
like we're talking like you're talking you're up 17 points with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
17
we'll pigeon this conversation for once we get closer to the Super Bowl and we know who that's going to be.
That's if you're going to win, if you're going to beat them in the Super Bowl, that's how it's going to be. It's either that or nothing. Because
you got to put up a high scoring game.
Yeah, we got to cover a lot of things here, so go ahead and
let's
move
go.
on.
Let's go. Yeah, let's
the
get back to
Bills are 2 in the AFC at 12-3. Ravens are 3rd in the AFC now with 11-5. Houston Texans are 4th in the AFC now at 9-7. They've clinched as well. And the Steelers are 5th in the AFC at 10-6 after the loss. They've also clinched playoffs. And then 6th seed Chargers with their win and the Broncos losing, they've clinched as well. So they're in 6th. So those teams are there. They're locked in. They're your teams. In the hunt right now, still in 7th, the Broncos, even with the loss. Because, they lost to the Bengals. We already know. The Bengals are a great story just being where they're at. But I don't think that they're going to still overtake the Broncos. I think the Broncos will handle business next week, and it'll be phenomenal. It'll just be a beautiful story, right, that we hear about. But on the bubble, you got the Bengals at 8-8. Haven't played yet, but the Colts is 7-8. Dolphins is 7-8. They haven't played yet. All the eliminated teams: Jets, Raiders, Browns, Jaguars, Titans, Patriots. No surprises there. They're all teams that they need help. They need to rebuild. So we'll go to NFC and we'll flip it around. We'll start with the eliminated teams. So in the NFC, the eliminated teams are the Giants at 2-13, Bears at 4-12, Panthers at 4-11, Saints at 5-10, 49ers now eliminated at 6-9, Cardinals are eliminated at 7-9. And then the Cowboys at 7-8 are also eliminated. So all those teams, no hopes of the playoffs. Their goal the next 2 weeks is just to be haters and try to knock other teams down and beat them going into the playoffs, which I don't blame you. If I was in the situation, I'd be the same. There's 2 teams left on the bubble in the NFC, and that's the 9-7 Seahawks and the 8-7 Buccaneers. Everyone else has been eliminated. That's not already in the playoffs. All right, teams that are in the hunt, they haven't clinched the spot yet, but they're there. Number 3, you got the Rams at 10-6. Number 4, the Falcons at 8-7, and the Commanders at 10-5. You may ask, Rams and Falcons, why aren't they in yet? Because they're divisions. You've got the Seahawks and Buccaneers breathing down their necks, so they haven't been able to be the team. It's only going to be probably one of them, especially if we're looking at the South. So those 2 teams that are in because they still have a chance to win their divisions. Slight chance, but still a chance. And the Commanders right now are looking really strong at 10-5 to get that 7th seed at least. And I say at least because there is a possibility that they can move up to 2. All right. And then teams that have made the playoffs: number 1, the Lions at 13-2. Number 2, the Eagles at 12-3. Number 5, the Vikings at 13-2. And 6 seed Packers at 11-4. They're all locked in. They're going to be in the playoffs. All right. So quick question, and we got to go with one-word answers here so we can keep it moving. Who's going to win, or at least one sentence answers? Who's going to win the number 1 seed? It is between the 13-2 Lions and the 13-2 Vikings. One's going to win the division. One's going to be the 5th seed. Who do you guys got? We're going to go in reverse order this time. Say who you got.
Wait, what was the question again?
Who's going to win
On the
number
NFC?
1 seed in the NFC?
Oof, Lions.
All right. TJ, who you got?
Gonna be the Lions.
Chicken Nugget?
You know who I'm going with? The home team, One Pride, us.
Said the Lions.
Bobby, who's going to win?
The Lions.
The Bears.
Key.
You know what? I'm gonna be the underdog here. We're gonna go with Minnesota.
All right, Jake.
Man,
Wait. You're saying this tool, Sam Darnold, is going to be
Believe it or not, Sam
got
Darnold
to
has
go,
the
Bobby.
pieces around him.
Sorry, my
You got to
bad.
go. You
yeah,
got Jake.
as much as I like the Vikings, I think the Lions. I think that Packers game kind of seems to be that stuff.
I'm going to go with Key because they have a matchup week 17 that both win. I mean, week 18 is going to determine the division. And the Vikings already lost to the Lions once. So I'm going to go with the Vikings. But if the Lions beat them, of course, they'll be the ones to win. But I think they'll split, which will mean the Lions. I mean, the Vikings, excuse me. Just based off common knowledge, logic, all those good things. But, hey, if they win it, cool. Doesn't matter to me who it is. They just got to make sure they are there at the end of the season. All right. Does the NFC East get wrapped up this Sunday?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, it does. Yep.
I don't
Bobby
know,
says
man.
yes.
Even though this guy isn't playing,
Yeah.
he'll wrap
Yeah.
up.
Absolutely. It definitely could.
Who are the Commanders playing?
It
Falcons.
doesn't matter what they do.
Falcons.
If the
Yeah.
Eagles win, they win a division. All they have to do is win one of the last 2 games. The
And you're playing
Commanders
the
can win both
Cowboys?
of the games. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, the Eagles are going to win. The Eagles are going to win today. They'll be
I
fine.
mean,
Yeah, Eagles definitely got that under wraps for sure.
Jake?
Yeah, I think the Philadelphia Eagles, as much as the Commanders improved, I think it's still going to be the Eagles division.
TJ?
The Eagles will have to wait till next weekend because Kenny Pickett's in and he sucks.
yeah.
I respect the reason why so much. I'm not even mad.
Yeah, we ain't
Small
we just
hands
glance
Pickett.
over that fact that Kenny Pickett is the starting quarterback, but yeah.
We didn't glance over that. We got to remember there's a guy named the guy that wears number 26.
Watch
We'll talk about that later.
Pickett throw for 450 today.
Nah, they had a week to know that Pickett was playing, so
Yeah, I don't even
they
believe
definitely
that.
watch his video. He ain't throwing no 450. He throwing
Going to be
450
100,
passes.
110 yards, 2 fumbles.
2
I
picks.
give him like 200, like 200. He gonna overload AJ Brown. AJ
No,
Brown will have
they'll-
like 75 yards on like 45 catches.
Then,
Oh,
then
no.
at the end of the season,
Saquon-
he's going to cry that he
Saquon's
didn't
gonna
get a
have-
fair shake
Saquon
and
will
he's
have
going
a
to
buck.
want to be traded again.
That's true.
Saquon's going to have a $150 on the ground. And
Oh yeah, Saquon
All right,
trying
so
to break the
we'll
record.
break down the game in a few, y'all. But before we get to any of that, any of the teams that are still in the hunt that haven't clinched yet. In the AFC, you have the Broncos. They're the only one that haven't
Broncos.
officially clinched yet. You don't
They
even know the
never
question.
clinched.
Said you can't answer that, but you don't even know the question.
They clenching like buttholes next weekend. I already know it.
Oh man,
All right, so you have the Bengals who beat them.
Ugh.
They're right behind them now. Then
We
you got
gotta
the Colts
explain
and
that.
Dolphins who haven't played yet. So once they play, we'll know if they are really going to legitimately be able to lose. They're both out. So anybody believe anybody other than the Broncos is going to win that 7th spot in the AFC? All right, we're all good with the Broncos. We'll move on. I agree.
I
All right,
think
in the
there's a
NFC.
point you can make about Cincinnati, man, because I mean, both those teams, Denver playing Kansas City in the last game of the season, and then you've got Cincinnati against Pittsburgh, and the way they've been playing this lately, I don't know. I feel like there might be a shakeup in that 7th.
Get out of here with that blasphemy.
Hey, listen, man, you are literally charging in your own way.
Literally. Literally charging. And then the Chargers are actually looking good. Oh man. What world are we living in?
I don't know.
All right, so in the NFC, We've got 3 spots up for grabs. So let me break them down again for you. The Rams right now are 10-6. They're leading the NFC West. The Seahawks are right behind them at 9-7 in the NFC West. So one of those teams is going to win the West. The other one's probably not going to make the playoffs unless the Commanders lose games. So who do you think is going to get that 3 spot? Are we going to say it's going to be the Rams, or the Seahawks going to find a miraculous way to win that division?
I think the Rams. They're hot right now.
They're hot. Did you see that game the other day?
They won it.
They won it. I mean, between that and the god-awful win against Chicago,
True.
6-3.
True. And then they did dominate the Bills. All
Does
right.
everybody agree with the Rams?
Yeah.
Rams. Yep.
Yeah, hands down.
Wait, what were the other teams?
Falcons or Buccaneers.
Ooh,
Only going to be
Buccaneers.
one of them for sure.
Oh,
They're both 8-7 right now. The Falcons play the Commanders this week. The Buccaneers play the Panthers this week.
Mm-hmm.
And the Panthers are coming off the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold that thought because
Bucks.
I gotta see tonight's game with Atlanta and Washington. And look, Bryce Young, he ain't no stranger. He's been playing really good football as of lately. So
Mhm.
he might give it to Tampa somehow, some way. But I'm gonna hold that until the later end of the season.
Chubb about to get 290 rushing yards.
Boo, OJ, boo. No, I'm just
Bryce
kidding.
Young.
No, I think they shut down Hubbard. I think they
They
shut
shut him down?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, they
Stupid.
shut him down. But
I'm gonna go Falcons. I think the Falcons are gonna keep it because the
What?
last 2 games, I think their defense is gonna do enough, even if they lose this week 18, and they're gonna win.
Michael
think
Michael Penix to save the day.
Michael Penix.
And he gets to slide into the playoffs and then get beat down in the
Ooh.
first round, so he get a little experience. Because whenever
Will he be the only rookie quarterback in the playoffs?
No,
Yeah,
actually,
and whoever's in 4th, 5th place, that's going to be either the Lions or the Vikings. Most people think the Vikings. They are going to dog walk the Falcons. So the Falcons will make the playoffs.
So this is the deal. There could be 3, but after what the Broncos just did last night, and who knows what's going to happen with the Falcons, I would love to see 3 between Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, and Bo Nix. It just makes things interesting, but we'll see.
But it's probably going to be Michael Penix. That's ridiculous. What world are we living in?
All right, and then at number 7, we have the Commanders. They're second in their division. A win today, I believe, puts them.
I think
in.
if they win today, they're in.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think if they win, they're in.
Yeah.
So do we think it's going to be them? Because I don't. Honestly, I'll say this: unless the Seahawks somehow miraculously win 2 games, and the Rams lose, I don't see a way that the Seahawks. Honestly, I don't see a way the Seahawks can get in. I don't even know.
Right off.
I don't
right
really
off,
see a way
Gino.
the Seahawks can get in. The
Gino.
Buccaneers are too far behind.
The biggest problem with the Seahawks
I think
is
the Commanders are
team
going to
that they-
be in after this week.
No. The biggest
Even if
problem
they
with
lose.
the biggest problem the Seahawks have, right, is that both the teams that they need to win still have something to play for. You know,
Right.
so they're trying to win too. So
Even
it's
if you don't
not
have
like
anything to play for, you hate on the other team, right? Like if you go out there,
yeah,
you're
no,
just
it's
eliminated.
just, I don't
Unless
see a
you're the
path for
Giants.
Seattle. I
Unless
don't
you're
see
the
a path
Giants.
for Seattle to get in.
You're trying to win games still. If you're the Giants,
Yeah.
you finally got
Yeah.
the first overall pick. I'm not winning no more games. Forget that.
Yeah.
But everybody else trying to win games still. My
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't see a way Seattle gets in.
All right. So does anybody think Seattle will get in over the Commanders?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Not a chance.
I do because it's the NFC and it's always muddied up around this
Okay.
time of the year.
So we always got one that disagrees or has a different line of thought. A lot of times just say it, but that's okay. We still
Commanders out, Broncos in, Bo Nix rookie of the year.
Washington commands your respect.
Hey, look, man. It's long. It's definitely unanimously Jaden Daniels. He's rookie of the year. He's done a lot of great things this season.
I like with what Bo Nix has done, but it seems to me Washington knows how to have full command of a game, man. So yeah.
Their name does kind of work really well in a lot of situations, right? Like, it sucks, but it works at the same time. All right.
But yeah.
So, Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists were announced. Let me see if I can make this big enough where I can see it, y'all.
Thank God.
got it, but
Good class this
that's
year.
not what she said.
Good
Um,
good group of finalists this
Let
year.
me actually. I'm just gonna go a different way.
I got the list.
Yeah, let me go this way too. Okay, Key has the list. Key, we just read off the list, and we're gonna say yes or no for each person.
All right, so here are the finalists. So it is 15, and I think 8 get in or something like that.
8,
All right.
yeah.
So we
Yeah,
got
maximum is 8.
Eric. So we got Eric Allen. We got Jared Allen. Anderson from the Bengals. Evans from the Saints. These are O linemen. Antonio Gates
let's-
definitely
hold
should
on,
be in.
Let's go back a second. So as you say each name, we're just gonna say yes or no.
Okay, so Eric Allen.
I'm gonna say yes.
Jared Allen.
Anybody else? Yes or no for Eric Allen?
That's a 50-50 for me. But
Okay, so we
I'll
just say
probably
we just say
I'll
yes if
probably
we think
say
that's gonna be one of our 7. Cool.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anderson from the Bengals. I don't know his first name. He was a lineman.
No,
No.
No.
Evans from the Saints.
no,
No.
No.
Antonio Gates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
1,000,000%.
Detroit native
definitely.
definitely deserves it.
Terry
First
Holt.
ballot.
I don't know why he's
Ooh.
not in the
Torrey
Hall of
Holt.
Fame.
Oh,
Yes.
Torrey Holt.
Yes.
Torrey Holt,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hands down.
Luke Kinkley.
Nah,
Yes.
he got weight. He
Right.
got weight.
They're gonna put him in.
No.
They're gonna put
No.
him in.
Longevity last. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eli Manning.
Yes.
No, now I'm the first.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
He
definitely.
First
dusted
ballot.
Tom Brady twice, man. Yes.
Definitely.
He'll get in, but he's not a first ballot.
I would say
think he
no.
gets in, but not
He'll
this
get
year.
in, but
Yeah,
not
now I'm
a
the first ballot.
Hey, my bad, my brother. We just gotta say Eli Manning, yes. We gotta say it. We gotta say it. We gotta put him in there.
Man,
We gotta put him in
You
there.
gotta throw him
Not
in there. He
year
get
one.
like a buddy pass or something.
Man, fuck
Right?
those 2 Super Bowls. No, he's never getting it. I hope he never gets in. Fuck
He
that
took
guy.
a 9. What was it? 9 and 9 and
9-7.
what was it? Like 9 and 10 or something? 9 and 7.
Doofy,
9-7,
doofy, dirt face.
I mean-
no, that guy.
I mean, but the David Tyree catch, that is like rememberable forever.
Yeah,
That is just
Tyree,
Rodney Harrison.
that guy who threw it.
You also got to put
Yes.
respect
I'm
that
gonna say yes
Steve
for Rodney
Smith
Harrison.
Jr.
Rodney Harrison? Yes.
Rodney Harrison, yes, 100%, yes.
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 I
Rodney
said
Harrison,
for
definitely.
Rodney Harrison. I'm talking about that catch because that was over him.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were saying Rodney Harrison. I'm like, yeah.
We're all like, yeah, Rodney Harrison. Yeah.
Steve Smith Jr.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve Smith Sr. Yeah.
That's why Torrey Holt won't get in.
Yeah.
Steve Smith, definitely. He has to. Yes.
I don't know.
I think
You,
it's
Without a doubt.
Yeah, but don't Torrey Holt got a Super Bowl ring? Or no?
Oh,
Yes, he does.
He
There's
does.
several receivers that got him.
Yeah, he does. He does.
you already have a lot of the main groups of the greatest show on turf. You can't leave Torrey Holt out of there.
Yeah.
He'll
you
get in.
got
No,
to.
you
I think
can't.
Steve Smith is gonna knock him out because the only thing they're gonna be one wide receiver.
Yeah, Steve Smith was getting
T
close.
Sizzle Terrell Suggs.
Oh yes,
You gotta put
definitely.
Sizzle in there.
No, he's a
Yeah.
bum.
Yeah, Suggs, yes.
No, I would go. I would go
Little
no.
Ray Lewis Jr.
I would go no.
Ray, yeah, of course you would. He smacked
Freddie
every time he got a
T.
chance.
Freddie T. Fred Taylor.
Oh yes, definitely Fred.
Not
Taylor,
first ballot.
yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, Fred Taylor. Yep.
Not first.
This
ballot.
is first ballot.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is his first ballot. Yeah.
No,
Come
not
on,
this
first
he
ballot.
literally carried that team.
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
first ballot. He's not
Between-
getting first
between
ballot.
him
He'll
and
get in,
Steve
I think, but not.
I
first.
put him over Steve Smith.
Well, that's your opinion.
Adam
Mhm.
Vinatieri.
One's a running back, one's a wide receiver.
Adam Vinatieri.
Vinatieri, yes.
Is it
Vinatieri.
Vinatieri still
Vinatieri
playing?
definitely deserves to be in there.
Is it Vinatieri
If,
still
if
playing?
Morton Anderson
No,
is in, then Vinatieri gets in.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you one thing, Vinatieri was the main reason why they got those Super Bowl rings
No,
next
he
to
was
Tom Brady.
not.
One of the reasons. One of the reasons.
He had the Carolina game.
The cheating helped too.
And the Rams,
Reggie
and the Rams
Wayne.
game.
Reggie Wayne, yes.
Reggie Wayne, yes.
Yep.
Reggie Wayne.
Hands down, Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne definitely deserves to be
Why
in
they
there.
got all these good
You gotta
receivers,
put it.
man?
He's been in there waiting for a bunch of years. So maybe this is the year.
Torrey
Oh,
Holt.
So I
no.
feel like this. It's gonna be
No.
between Wayne, Smith, and Holt. Only one of them
Smith
is
gets
gonna
left
get in.
out.
Smith
I
gets
would
left
say
out.
Only
I would
one
say
of them is
if
gonna
we're
get in.
going between
Wayne
those
Smith
three.
and
Give me
Holt.
Smith. Give me Steve Smith Sr.
Wayne Smith
Dang.
and Holt, only one gets in.
Who can Peyton Manning get in? His brother
Torrey Holt.
or Reggie Wayne?
You got Darren Woodson.
Darren Woodson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nobody care
He
about
should.
defense, man.
And then you got
Okay,
Yanda.
Marshall Yanda. Not this year, but probably he will get in.
No,
Marshall Yonder will get in.
Nope.
He will.
I hate on linemen.
Now I probably said like 9 people, so somebody's got to come off because only 7 are going to get in. But I think this is a good class, new and old together. But your problem is you got some older guys that have been around for a few years and haven't gotten in, but you got some new guys that you're kind of like, they should probably go in right away. And especially when you look at like wide receiver, they only get like 1 in a year.
How is Corey Holt not in?
And Reggie Wayne are not in because they only put in 1 a year, and they've come up against some big dogs. It's like, we got to put them in instead of you.
Beast Mode didn't make the cut, but he was one of the finalists too.
Beast mode.
I think eventually Beast Mode will get in there. The thing about it is I could see this Hall of Fame be offensive. I could see it be that because how could you have Tony Gonzalez, right, as part of the tight end class from that decade and not have Antonio Gates, who was an undrafted free agent out of Kent State, and did glorious wonders for not just the Chargers, but even for that tight end position. If we're going to talk about Kelsey, you cannot leave Antonio Gates out of there. That's why
Antonio Gates ain't got no rings.
It don't matter. He was pivotal.
The rings are not a prerequisite for Hall of Fame.
Didn't they have LaDainian Tomlinson too the whole time?
They
had
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame too.
They
But
have
most of those
Phillip
guys-
Rivers out there telling people off nicely and stuff.
Andrew Brees is part of the time.
It's
Great.
the thing.
All right. We got to get to these games, good people.
Yep.
We got a lot to talk about with games too. So,
Oh yeah.
first game Wednesday, December 25th, Chiefs, Steelers. Anyone have any thoughts on Chiefs versus Steelers? I do not. The NFL's favorite won the game. The refs are always on their side.
Are the Steelers for real though?
No.
This is tough, man.
No,
They look-
I still don't
they
trust
look
them.
good
I
from the
still don't
beginning.
trust Pittsburgh in high pressure situations.
Yeah, they look good from the beginning, and I don't know. I don't want to say I'm seeing smoke and mirrors, but that is wow. Can't believe it. Pittsburgh at this point right now. Ugh.
It's all about quality. It's all about the quality of opponents, and it's easy to beat up on the Jets, Giants, and Raiders. But now that they're getting into off teams, now all of a sudden they're getting blown out. It's the Mike Tomlin effect. He can raise a crappy team to be a good team, but he can't get past that barrier. There's a ceiling, and that's what you're starting to see. Honestly, I see him losing to the Bengals and probably 0-1 in the playoffs.
Oh no!
Can't
Can't lose faith.
All right, Ravens versus
Mike
Texans.
Tomlin special.
Texans. Texans. They look cooked.
They look. Oh man, they need some receivers,
Texans are
man.
done.
Mind
They're
you,
done.
The
The top 2
second
receivers are done for the year.
This is
So
the second time in this go around with Baltimore and Houston, and Lamar Jackson literally 2-stepped all over Houston. I mean,
you got to remember the top 2
MVP.
receivers for Houston are out. They're done for the
Yeah.
year.
no, they are.
So that
Yeah,
makes a big
no,
difference.
I don't see. I don't
O-line.
see Houston. I don't see Houston going far. I
That
don't.
O-line
Well,
is
Baltimore.
Houston.
Remember what happened in the playoffs last year, and they just played to that too. You know, I think Houston is not cooked. It's just, I mean, dang, CJ Stroud's a sophomore.
And look, I love CJ Stroud, but I don't trust that offensive line. I think
Yeah,
that's
tough this year. It's
most
you don't have
Dude,
a
he's-
guy
He is
who's playing
running
with
for
the
his.
6 receivers. On top of that,
CJ is running for his life every game. Like he's got
Yeah.
no help up front, and that's what's gonna cost them.
Mm-hmm.
all right, Thursday.
Oof.
I don't even want to talk about this game. Please, no one talk about this game. The Seahawks beat the Bears 6-3. Anyone who watched this game, I am sorry for you. I felt in my bones, do not watch that game, and I did not. And I am so
Anybody
happy
who went
I
to
didn't
that
waste my
game, I
time.
feel sorry for.
Oh, it was. Oh, I've heard of a bunch of people that were at it, and they said Chicago's atmosphere was toxic. It was
I
bad.
bet.
even if
But-
even if you spend any time with this game, paying attention, reading about it, anything, I feel sorry for you.
I mean,
That's how bad it is.
this is a cultural damage. You need a culture setting coach in this organization.
We'll see if they keep
I
old
had-
Eberflus or not.
Mhm.
I had the whole. I had the game on the entire time on my secondary TV because I was playing college football because that game sucked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
baseball score.
I feel sorry that you had it on your second TV and you had to look at it at all. I feel bad for you.
My second TV broke after a while. I don't know what happened.
I
The
know
game
it.
broke it.
Yeah.
Like, what is this
1
nonsense?
p.m. yesterday. 9-6 Chargers, 3-12 Patriots.
10-6
Honestly,
now.
It's
That
Jake's
was a
team.
go give me a switch with
Fuck off, Jake.
Hey, listen.
Bobby, what happened?
When's the last time we ever had a moment like that, especially against New England, buddy? That doesn't happen. Like
You owed us that one, to be honest.
Yeah,
after the beating that we put on you that in LA.
I will tell you though, Drake May does look like the real deal.
Looks like the
Oh,
truth.
If you could build around him and
Yeah.
give him weapons,
You know what the Patriots are? They are a Bugatti parked in a trailer park. That's what Drake May is.
They are not a Bugatti parked in a
May is
trailer
a
park.
Bugatti parked in a
No.
trailer park parking lot.
Drake
Maybe
May
he's
is like a
Maybe it's a Toyota
Camaro.
Land Cruiser, but I wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
It's like a Toyota 4Runner.
He's got Drake's got the Patriots got a lot of problems.
So I'll say,
Drake May is not a Bugatti, bro.
I will say this in
I would expect full disclosure that Jake, that was expected. That what happened between the Patriots and the Chargers was fully expected.
I mean, I will say this in rapid fire is, damn, it's so good to see Jim Harbaugh back in the playoffs again after all these years.
Man, that dude can coach.
Lad McConkey breaks the receptions and the receiving yards rookie record last set by Keenan Allen. That dude is legit. And
Yes.
Hey, he's a stud.
I think this is a team I probably may not want no part of in the AFC if they get fully healthy.
I don't know about that.
That's gonna be hey, listen, it's gonna be interesting, but it's gonna be because of Harbaugh. Harbaugh just coaches this team up the best way.
Yeah.
I can see him shocking in the
he
playoffs.
has-
Yeah.
I mean, I have to agree. Harbaugh, the first 3 years, Harbaugh is amazing with his new team. So this is year one. So the first
Exactly.
3
Then they
years.
move on.
Then we got to see what happens after year 3. This might be the team he stays with, though. At some point, going to be somewhere and feel good. So we'll see.
And also Justin Herbert's in good company. He's now has the most passing yards in 5 seasons, passing Peyton Manning in that. Plus, he's also had only 3 interceptions in 400-plus passing attempts, which the 2 in company that's ever done that, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Hold up, Jake.
Oh.
I gotta call out your quarterback.
You-
He
oh,
know good and dang on well he shouldn't be that cheap with his offensive lineman. Did you
On
see that
Christmas.
little behind luggage bag he gave him? What he supposed to put in there? He can't put
You
it
got motherfucker out there buying Toyota Tacomas for people, and
And
you
Purdy
got
ain't even got
Purdy
paid yet.
with
come
cars.
on, man.
You got Joe Burrow giving out katanas. You got Hurts and giving out golf carts. Patty got his line, the Yeti coolers and some Rollies and some boots. And here goes Justin Herbert with this cheap luggage and some Delta gift cards. Come on now.
Y'all see
Hey,
how I've been
let's
running around
not leave out Jared Goff. Jared Goff got his whole offensive lineman, some change. Let's not leave that out.
I mean,
What'd
the
he
whole team got team lunch boxes. So look, I don't know.
Jake, like, I ain't really got
you know
nothing
what
to say,
Justin
Bo
would
Nick's
get-
got his
you know
line
what-
some
You know
color
what
books,
Justin
so
would
we
get
good.
after that gift? He'd get the old lookout block the next game.
I think whether you got a nice gift or whether you got a crappy gift for your quarterback, if they give you a Super Bowl, I think you'll be happy.
Exactly.
100%.
But Justin Herbert ain't taking the Chargers to the Super Bowl. I think
I'm
we
just
know.
making a statement.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he is- he
Yeah,
ain't there yet.
I agree on that
I
one.
could see him going on a run though. I could see him going on a surprise run though. Shock a few teams. Yeah.
If
They run the ball well.
They do. They run it well when J.K. Dobbins is healthy. That's the one thing I will say. But
Fair
knowing
enough,
Jim
fair enough.
Harbaugh in that first year when he was in the playoffs with San Francisco, they got to the NFC Championship. I'm not saying that's that's going to happen, but never leave it off the table.
I think depending on who the Chargers play, if they get some favorable matchups,
So this is the thing. If Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh, the Chargers take the 5 seed, and they would be playing Houston in that first
that's a
round.
win. I would
If
say
that
the
doesn't
Chargers over
happen, they'll be sitting in the 6th, and they would be playing Baltimore for the second time.
But you know what's great about all these ifs and maybes, probablys, possibles? We'll know next week.
Hey,
For a lot of you, we'll know next week what's happening.
Indeed.
we'll know here soon.
Yes, sir. Broncos, Bengals.
Yeah, I don't even
Said.
talk about it.
What was that?
What happened?
That was
Game of
a
the
pretty,
week.
Well,
you know,
like,
that the last quarter was pretty
happened then.
exciting in that game.
Said I'm just gonna.
We
I'm just
we
gonna
do
say
all
it-
that.
I'm
No,
gonna
we
say
do
it-
all that to get 6 yards in the overtime. I don't understand.
I'm just gonna say it this way. As any football fan knows it, and I understand, like, it's a probables game, right? You roll the dice.
Mhm.
If you already scored that touchdown with 8 seconds left in the last quarter of the game,
Go
and
for
you
it. too.
already got in their head that, damn, they just scored off us. We need to now protect and defend. And you got Bo Nix over there at Sean Payton going to signal at him, and you don't go for two. Bo Nix is twitchy. And at the same time, they run play designs that are more meant for slant and in and out routes. You can make a play like that happen. Even if you get somebody on the underneath side, throw the ball underneath. You'll get the 2-point conversion. I don't get it because now all you're doing is shifting momentum to the other team, which you shouldn't be. I put that solely on Sean Payton. That was conservative at its worst.
I don't know. Bo
they
Nix
were-
had
they were-
some
they were
some
playing not to
overthrows.
lose. They were playing
They-
not to lose.
The Broncos are ahead of schedule, so I'm cool with where they are. I'm confident we can get
They
this
are.
win out of the
Yeah,
Chiefs
they're
next
definitely have a
weekend.
schedule.
They
I'm
are,
yeah,
impressed
and
with
it's-
them nine
but
wins.
it's
No
things
shade. Like,
like
I'm
that
impressed.
that just look. If you got her, it just left me with a reservation. Not a bad thing. There's a difference between a bad concern and a good concern. That there,
Listen, small C concerned, not capital C, small C concerned.
And you look at our losses too, man. The majority of our losses have been close possession games. We played everybody tough, man. If we make it to the playoffs, we don't have a running game anyway, so we'll see what happens. But I got confidence, man. We can, keep it going and get a win next weekend. But yeah, that game against the Bengals, man, it came down to the wire, and then who knows? You should have did this, maybe could have did this.
you got to think, man.
done
This is
anything,
back-to-back weeks late in the season. Set.
Mhm.
I mean, the run game. I don't understand why Sean Payton ran away with that.
We haven't had a
Chargers
run game all season, so
I mean, that running game was cooking in the first half against the Chargers, and then the second half, they got limited to 6 points.
yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like when you play Madden, right? You think you got it, you start doing all these passing plays, throwing interceptions, doing stupid shit, So
All right, so y'all, we have one more game. Cardinals and the Rams. Please don't make me think, or talk about this game. The Rams won. That's all we really need to talk about. This was not a good game either.
Rams won, but good God, Kyler Murray.
and Trey McBride, man.
I will say, though, I'm more excited about Marvin Harrison Jr. than anything else. I mean, that catch that he made was ridiculous. But
I'm not excited about it.
I don't know if Kyler's it, man. I don't know.
Yeah, Kyler is good as gone.
I don't know. They gotta dump that. They gotta dump him and get an actual quarterback.
Yep. All right, fellas and lady.
Well, he was playing Call of Duty. That's why.
Yeah, that's what. We got a couple of games we're gonna highlight real quick, and then we're gonna do our rapid fire picks for the rest of them. But there's not really a lot of good games this week, we're being honest. All right, so Cowboys versus Eagles.
I'm
going to go Eagles, but very tight game because of Kenny Pickett. Saquon, we need $150, $200. Oh, and Nick Sirianni. Kellen Moore, in case you're watching. Jalen's not playing, right? So if you want to do tush push, you can. You give the ball to 26 and let him do the tush push. You freaking idiots.
Or just don't
Bobby,
do
what do
it,
you-
or just get a quarterback, dude.
Run.
The regular old quarterback seat. Like
Memo to the Eagles. Run the ball. Run the ball.
How about this? How about let's stop heckling and let's get focused. Nick Sirianni, we don't need that anymore. I mean, let's get focused, get with the program, and let's win the game. Let's get that East.
I think the universe heard Key last week, which said you'd rather have Kenny Pickett over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. I changed my mind.
Yeah, I think the Eagles should keep on going through the run game in order to win this game. Saquon Barkley is getting close to a record, year. I think they have to, depend on that in order to get themselves a win. Cowboys, though, they're coming on lately strong with their defense. Their defense is definitely, pulling it and putting it together, but it's a little too late for that. So obviously, I do think the Eagles should be able to win this game, and I think they should, win it throughout running the game. Just running the ball and stick it to the run game.
TJ, you are the most even-keeled person up here by far. What are your thoughts?
Kenny Pickett sucks. Go Cowboys.
You know how he feels about his quarterbacks,
I'm not
man.
even mad because of the reason why he does not want us to win. I'm not even mad.
So
I need AJ Brown to go off. So
next week.
I need AJ Brown to get some catches. So
Oh,
hopefully
boy.
the
Not
Cowboys
allowed
get
this
up.
week. Sorry.
I'm not even mad. But TJ, what if he sucks and Saquon runs like 200 yards and we win?
No.
Man, it's the Kenny
Would
Pickett
that
effect.
work
I've
for you?
seen it. He will cost you the game, man. I'm telling you.
I can't.
All that preparation that he sat out for the Peach Bowl to be an NFL ready quarterback failed. He should have just played in the Peach Bowl.
And he hurt too. He still got that rib injury just because
I
he
mean-
got cleared.
I mean, they called him Small Hand Pickett, right? Small hands, two hands Pickett.
So
His last name is Pickett.
So you're saying there might be a chance for Tanner McKee if that becomes the case.
Tanner McKee to come in hot. Going for 25 yards.
I'm not. I'm gonna move on. I'm not. I have so much I want to say, but I'm not. Packers versus Vikings. We're gonna start with you said. Sid,
Ooh.
what do you think?
I like the Packers uniforms better than the Vikings. So I'm going to go with the Packers.
Jake, we'll go with you next.
Oh, this is playoff atmosphere with two of these teams, but I think the Packers might get it this time. Look, that was a close enough game, 31-29 the last go-around. I think the Packers, they're going to play that ground and pound game, and I think Jordan Love, he'll have some precise throws this week.
Precise throws.
Yeah, if the Packers do win this game, then me and Key are going to have egg on our face. But
Josh Jacobs should eat
I'm
this
still going
game.
Vikings. I'm going Vikings. I feel like we've only had like 2 good games out of Justin Jefferson this year. Justin Jefferson needs a good game because I need to validate the fact that even though he's cost me the playoffs,
You said 2 good games?
Two is on my team. He's had a bunch of less than and okay games and some mundane games, but he's only had about 2 really good games.
Yeah.
And I know it's not all his fault because he can't throw himself the ball. But I'm just
He
saying.
know Cortland Sutton, I guess you're saying.
Oh,
I'm saying that Sam Darnold ain't no Bo Nix, actually.
Oh, truth.
Yep.
Hey, you
Hey,
better watch out.
Why
He might
can't
be-
throw himself the ball.
He might be your backup quarterback next year.
Can't do it.
Back.
So be careful.
We do like to grab other people's bad quarterbacks and make them our backup, don't we?
He might be your backup
yeah.
quarterback
Yeah.
next year.
You're right about that, unfortunately. Keith, who you got? Packers or Vikings? I was about to say Pacers. It's crazy.
I never knew Pacers played football. I never knew. That's
New York
brand new.
Yankees did.
Pacing
Yeah.
Packers. There we go.
Hey,
Yeah. So
Minnesota.
so, obviously, I think they're playing great. Like Jake said, they got to rely on the ground and pound game. Josh Jacobs is probably going to have one of those historical hell of a games that he wants to have in this game. My dog's going for the Packers. So Packers over Vikings in this game. And, Josh Jacobs could be an MVP in this game. Player of the game today.
Nothing to do with the fact that he's a Lions fan. They got to play the Vikings next week. I bet it has nothing to do with it. But I'm gonna let you go last.
It has a lot to do with it because we need them to take the pressure off of us. We need that weight off our shoulders in order to go into week 18.
TJ, who you got?
I've learned this season not to bet against the Vikings. They just figure out a way to pull it off. So I'm going to go Vikings.
Bobby, king of the
Packers.
math holes. What you got?
I just I can't that tool Sam Darnold. Like I can't can't do it. Can't say they're going to do it. They just I don't trust them. And once again, they're just one of those teams that can absolutely lay an egg when you need them, when you need it the most. So I don't trust Minnesota at all. Nope.
I'm mad he called him a tool.
To be brutally honest.
So Bobby. That's so Bobby. All right, guys. And I think it's going to be, if not the second most intriguing matchup of this week. We got the Atlanta Falcons at the Washington Commanders. This time we're just going to go around. We're going to start with Jake Key, TJ, Chicken, Bobby, and then we'll finish off with Sid. I'm just going to say real quick, I'm going to go with the Commanders winning this game. Just going to go with the Commanders. Who you got, Jake?
Listen, this is actually my favorite betting lock of this week is give me the +4 on the Atlanta Falcons. 2 rookie quarterbacks going at it. They don't have much of film on Michael Penix, so I don't know how they're going to prepare on defense to contain him. The other thing is there's no Scary Terry this week. So that's going to be an interesting situation for them. I think Penix, despite only throwing the pick, he had some accurate throws, looks like an NFL pro quarterback. So I think that is going to be a fun Sunday night game. Give me the Falcons on +4 to win that game and cover.
All right, Key.
He's been staring at that menu for half an hour.
Give me Commanders here. I know Commanders got a good, okay defense. I think they'll get pressure on Michael Penix and see what he can do. Kyle Pitts has been awful. Just saying.
TJ.
I'm going to go with the Commanders. They just got it going on. Penix came on strong and played decent, but I just think the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, I trust more.
Yeah. All right, Bobby.
I'm with TJ. I Jaden Daniels is battle tested and Penix, did show promise, and I think he'll be a halfway decent NFL quarterback. But I'm going with the Commanders and Jaden Daniels. I'm with TJ. I think.
Okay. And Sid.
Scary Terry's playing.
Is
Everything I see. Yeah. They took him off the injury report on Thursday or Friday. One of those days. But it looks like he's playing. Anyway, I got Commanders, man. I think this could be the game of the week for all those reasons you guys said, the rookie quarterbacks. They both have really good running games. They both have really solid receiving cores. And they don't have much film on Michael Penix. He could be the next Michael Vick, And Atlanta's swagging right now, but gosh, man, the Commanders are good. I got the Commanders.
I'm looking at reports right now. McLaurin will play.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
McLaurin's playing? All right.
Yep.
And we might
Scary
have
Terry will play.
Yeah, I got the Commanders in this game. Jaden Daniels is having a hell of a year, so I'm definitely going to go with them in this win over the Falcons.
Okay. So guys, we moving. Even though we have a lot to talk about, a lot of people, we moving. I love it. All right. Rapid fire pick time. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
So we'll go the same order for all the rapid fire picks to make things simple. We're going to start with Sid, and we're going to go all the way around. So Sid, Bobby, TJ, Key, Jake, me, and then our ghost phantom chicken nugget.
Yeah, Look, I'm just eating. My bad. My fault.
you
My
good, you
fault.
good.
Just eating.
I'm just messing with you. You
No, Nugget King's in the shuttle realm right now.
good. Yeah.
Proving why he's
Still
the
hearing.
Nugget King.
Yeah, I'm just becoming like Casper the Ghost right now. So
All right, y'all. So let's get into this thing. Uh-oh. You know, sometimes you just be like, why would you do this to me, internet? And the internet do dirty things to you, but that's okay. That is okay. Because I got a backup just for crap like this.
Yeah.
So I like to use the NFL schedule just because I do. All right. Pull it up for me. Let's go. All right, here we are. I already knew the first game, but I wanted to have all of them in front of me. So 1 p.m. today, Eastern time on Fox. 7-8 Colts, 2-13 Giants. Y'all know the order. Let's get it.
One note: Anthony Richardson not playing.
Ooh, see, I'm going Giants.
I just
Bobby?
looked that up. I just looked that up right now. Anthony Richardson is not playing.
Who you got, Bobby?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Giants.
TJ?
Colts. Go Joe Flacco.
Key?
I'm still taking the Colts.
Jake?
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. They live to see another day.
Here's the fact of the matter.
Number one pick.
The Giants have the number one pick. All they got to do is lose 2 games. They're
They're
not going to
Giants.
win this game. They're going to refuse to win this game because they understand the assignment. I've been telling y'all that for weeks. They understand the assignment. The assignment is take the L, keep it moving.
Drew Lock
I'm gonna
don't know
go
what
with
time it is.
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
All he knows is
Surprise.
win.
Giants.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all don't understand. They have the number one pick. If they lose, they drop down to like 6. They are
Yeah,
not
but you're
losing.
also
They're not winning the
see
game.
that's competent though. The Giants are in no way, shape, or form a
Right.
competent
There's
organization.
a lot of teams
You
with
don't have
picks
to
that
be
don't need a
competent.
quarterback either.
You don't have to be competent to understand. We just go out there and play like we normally play, and we're going to lose.
They don't want Shador.
They don't have to pick Shador. When you're number one, you get who you want.
They could get Cam Ward.
Yeah,
That's what they definitely could look at.
They could get Hukabaki Mabuba if they want. They have the number one pick. You choose who it is. All right. Next in our rapid fire picks. 4-11 Jets, 12-3 Bills.
Yeah.
Bills. Easy.
Oh, give me the Jets.
Bobby.
Oh my God.
Bobby.
Have the Bills locked up their seed yet or no?
I think they locked up
Then the Bills. They'll play until they don't have to. Buffalo.
Bills.
Jets just in the season, and that's going to be the Bills ending their season. So give me the Bills.
Personally, I hope Buffalo drops a 50 burger on them.
Oh, Josh Allen will be out before that happens. Oh, I don't know because they wanted to be MVP, so he might still be in. Jake.
Yeah, I got the Bills on this one. Just end the sellout. That's really all I got to say.
Yeah, I got the Bills too. So this next game is hard for me. 3-12 Titans at 3-12 Jaguars. Even though Giants have 2
Oh
wins,
God, flip a
I
coin.
believe these are the 2 worst teams in the NFL. Okay.
I'm about to ask Siri.
So luckily I don't have to go first. Luckily, Sid has to go first. Sid, who you got?
Jacksonville. They got better running game.
All right, Bobby, who you got?
Jags. Titans are awful.
Titans. Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one.
Key?
God.
Right.
I think somehow Tennessee pulls this out. Give me Tennessee.
Jake?
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans. I think the defense is going to make it a problem for that run game.
The Titans are awful. Whack and cheese is atrocious. I am going Titans. And that's saying a lot. Y'all know I feel about Titans. All right, next we got the 3-12 Raiders at the 5-10 Saints.
Oh man, I am gonna go the Raiders.
It was so easy to pick the games of the week this week, yo. It was so easy. I looked at the rest of the games like, what is this crap?
I'm taking. Is this Saints and Raiders?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go with the Saints in this one.
All right, Bobby.
Saints. The Raiders are awful.
Fair enough.
Saints.
This would be a game that the Raiders would win because this is something just the way the universe is. But I'm going to take the Saints.
Just to screw up their pick, Jake.
I'm going to take the Saints here. Spencer Rattler starting, and Raiders need to know what they're playing for. I don't get it.
They got 6th pick right now. They win, they're going to drop out of the top 10.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Saints. I do agree with Keto. This is one of those games where the Raiders could accidentally fall into a win, but I'm gonna go Saints. All right, and then we've got Panthers at Bucks. 4-11 Panthers, 8-7 Bucks. I'll go Bucks just to set it off.
Yeah, Tampa Bay needs to win and stay in that playoff hunt for the division. So Tampa's gonna win this game.
I want to see Baker in the playoffs too. So I'm gonna go Tampa too.
Okay.
I definitely got to say the Bucks in this one. The Bucks are going to have an easy breeze in this one and win.
Buccaneers all day.
Tampa Bay.
Okay. Jake. Are you there, Jake?
Don't tell me he about to pick the Carolina.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it, El President.
No!
He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
No, I
see it.
I think it's going to be a close race to the end. I'll take the Bucks in that game.
So who you taking, Jake?
I'm taking the Bucks.
Oh, okay, you were a little
It'll be a
low.
close race. It'll be a close race for that division to the end.
I was like, Jake, don't do it. Don't do it, Jake. Don't do it.
Stay away from the light, Jake.
Hey, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault that Bryce Young's been playing much better.
No, it's not your fault, but
He has played much better.
put it all together and win multiple games in a row this year? I don't see that yet.
No.
7-8 Dolphins at 3-12 Browns.
Browns.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with Dolphins. Though the Browns have nothing to play for, and they're just out there.
I need the Browns to win.
You might need them to win, bro, but
Tua ain't playing.
Surprise.
Huntley. Tyler Huntley's a QB.
I'm going with Miami. Miami in this one. Dolphins are definitely going to win.
Bobby?
Fuck Miami. Give me Cleveland.
That's strong.
The Bears.
Wait, well,
Dolphins.
Tua's not playing. Tua's not playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
The Browns are ass though.
Yeah. Whoever's
Yeah, but
playing.
this is a game. This is a game where Cleveland would win.
Is it Jameis or DTR this week?
DTR.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, James shut down.
Yeah, I'm still going
Hey,
Dolphins.
Miami.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins too. Yep.
He's too busy doing commercials right about now. So
Yeah, he doing them Popeyes commercial.
yep.
Motivating y'all
Tore up that
folks.
wing though. Y'all see how he tore up that wing? That
You
was
see
crazy.
that? You see that he had the little drool drop down after he bit it though? That
The
was
thing
real.
for me was he broke the wing in his mouth and he
And
pulled
his-
out a bone.
In half.
And he pulled out a bone.
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
taking the Cleveland Browns. I think this is over for the Miami Dolphins. I don't believe Tyreek Hill might still be there this next season, so I think it's over.
I think Miami's window has slammed shut. I think they're going to dismantle that team soon, whether it's this year or next year.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. And then the only game left that we haven't discussed is a game I'm sure Chicken Nugget has something to say about. The 13-2 Rams against the 6-9 49ers. on Monday Night Football. And to be fair to the schedule makers, it should have been a good game.
You mean the Lions? You said
Yeah,
13-2 Rams?
you mistakenly called us the Detroit Rams.
Yeah, you did.
It's okay. It's okay. But I
That's
know what you were
dirt.
going with. But yeah, I believe that we can win. I believe that we can win this game in an easy breeze and take care of business, 45-14. But I do need Green Bay to do us a favor and win today. I really need it bad.
And just so y'all aware, that was on purpose. That was a veiled shot on purpose.
hey, it happens.
It does. All right. Say who you got.
Oh, man. This game could go either way, right? 49ers always be in the mix. I'm going to go Lions, though.
All right, Bobby.
Lions. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, Lions by like 2 or 3 scores.
Keith,
Yeah, I got Detroit here.
Jake.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions. I think it's done for San Francisco. And the Lions do need this one for the number one
Yeah,
seed.
they need this one. I think the Lions definitely. I mean, it's not really much to say the Lions are the far more superior team, even with their deficiencies on the defensive side with all the injuries and stuff on the line. They're still a much better team than the 49ers. The 49ers just kind of crashed and burned. So we'll see what happens with them next year. But hey, we've gotten through everything. We've got a few minutes left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a minute, Bobby. A minute. Any thoughts that you have on anything NFL related you want to throw out there before the game starts? And I'll start with myself. Kenny Pickett, you suck, but you better do enough for us to win this game. I'm going to be so ticked off. But I'm not going to explode because you are Kenny Pickett. Right? Baby hand Pickett. So it is what it is. Jake.
Fun time of the year. Almost close to the end of the season. And we show who's the real teams going into the playoffs and who are ones that I think might be frauds. But like I said, I think that Falcons game is going to be fun. That's my favorite lock. Lions, number 1 seed. Going to be interesting. But this is going to be the fun second to last end of the season.
I dig it. Key.
Should I say? Pickett. Yeah, just get us the dub today. Just do whatever needs necessary. You gonna have a guardian angel on your side wearing her jersey today. So hopefully we can get this dub today. So because not I hear my mom now. She gonna be cussing and fussing. She gonna be cussing and I can hear her. It's crazy. I hear her now cussing and fussing. Game ain't even start yet. So yeah, she got her jersey on today. She gonna be in Penny Pickett's ear. Like you better. So
don't you do it, you motherfucker.
So Mama Williams is gonna be like the rest of the Eagles fans, all cussing and fussing.
She gonna come back from the other side and be like, "Look here, Pickett." So yeah, but just by any
she
means,
gonna show up in the huddle. She gonna show up in the huddle with him.
Tell him just try to do some type of strength for Pickett. Something. He was under a center a lot in Pittsburgh. We don't gotta go shotgun with him. Play action, something. You know what? In the words of Mama Thule from Blindside, run the dang ball. That's it.
I just add one thing to that. I just want to add one thing to Keith, and I won't say nothing else. I love you, Saquon. TJ, any last thoughts, sir?
Steelers are showing who they really are, so I have to be petty. I have to go for failure. I can't wait to see Kenny Pickett suck today. And Ravens, you guys are taking the division from the Steelers. That's all fine and dandy because my favorite running back, Lamar Jackson, always chokes in the playoffs, and it's fine. I'm going to be cool. I'm a hater today. What can I say?
I love it. I love this time.
Hey, it's the beauty of it. It's the beauty
I'm
of
a
it.
hater every week, so I love to be joined in the hater. You know what I'm saying? Chicken nugget. What's your last thoughts?
The playoffs are around the corner. Go Lions. Let's dance. Let's go out there and take care of business.
Fair enough. Bobby.
All right. This one's going to go for Robert Kraft. You dusty, crusty old man. Listen here. We need to clean house. Any remnant of the Bill Belichick era needs to go. Gerard Mayo is in over his head, and the team has no talent. You got to go. They all got to go. Covington's got to go. Everybody, any remnant of that Belichick
even Diesel
era
feels the same way.
has got to go. They got to get rid of it and just like go after Vrabel, whatever you got to give them, and just do what you did in the early 2000s. Just put the good football people in place and let them do their thing. Good owners just sit back and sign checks. That's all I got.
Say it.
Right? Shout out to the Greg Penner group. They need to listen to Bobby. Go sign some checks, man. And I don't know why Saquon isn't here in our backfield or Derrick Henry, but we need to go get a running back and just run the ball. Just run these guys in the Kansas City game, run into the playoffs and run as much as you can. Use these guys up and go get a great running back. Tired of seeing the Broncos without a running game.
Well, I'll say this said, Baltimore always has 3 running backs. So you can steal one of them.
I know, right?
The Baltimore running backs are now all in
on the Chargers.
On the Chargers, so you can probably get one of them.
Nah, we don't need no hurt guys, man. We need some.
Well, you don't want one from either team because both teams have hurt running backs.
I know.
I'm just saying where the running backs are at. They're out there.
We need to go trade up and get Jonty, is what I'm saying.
Gainwell, he'll be a free agent next year.
No.
He just wants some. He wants a back, a guy that can produce and play as a healthy player.
We need a dude.
We need a guy.
We need a guy. We need a guy.
Audric
better be that guy. Hopefully, we'll see. But I just, man, no more Friday games, no more Saturday games. Just keep them on Sunday and Monday. Some of us got to work and stuff. We can't be watching all these.
You know how they do.
Yeah, taking all these.
But there's not a lot of good games, right? There's going to be left just because of how things are going to flow. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of good games going to be left. But that being said, good people, we appreciate everyone that's tuned in, everyone who shared the show. Shout out to Shady Sports Network. Shout out to Sports Wave Network. Shout out to all the wonderful people that joined us on the panel today. Y'all go get ready for some football. And the Chiefs are still the NFL's favorite, and the Patriots will always be the Cheatriots to me. Let's go. We'll see y'all next week.
Happy New Year, right?
Happy New Year.
You